Hello everyone, it's me, LBSC71, back with another showcase, and today we'll be showcasing my custom Season 3 styled Percy. Percy is the Noah shell from Shapeways, and I got that last Christmas along with the second one accidentally. My mom accidentally ordered 2 shells, so the second one is a Season 2 styled shell, if you want to call it that. The basic summary is that he was painted in Tamiya X28 Park Green, if you guys are interested in painting him in that. Anyways, back to the main Percy. Percy was painted in Martha Stewart Olive Green. Unfortunately, it's discontinued right now, so I would not recommend trying to go for Season 3 styled right now. I had done pinstripes and painted his running board, albeit it wasn't done very well. His buffers were a huge mess. They were originally from the City of Truro tender buffers. This was before I had a resin printer, so you can understand I was scrounging around for old parts to put on my newer models. I did paint his wheels, and the motor housing I originally done myself. However, it went wrong and wasn't running, so I sent it to my friend at Ray the Bay on Twitter for him to fix. And I'll let him explain the process of what he did to my Percy to fix it up. Take it away, cocksucker.
So, Joe commissioned me, the legend Ray the Bay, to finish his Percy, because like Cole, shit never goes right for him and Percy wouldn't run. The fucker put too much glue on the pickups and God forbid the electric flow was cut off. So he tasked me with fixing that. First I replaced the motor, in which Joe didn't use, replaced the motor housing and touched up the body. I redid the line as it was pretty shitty, then painted the porthole since Joe forgot to do so with acrylics. After I replaced the smoke box and repainted the footplate. The footplate was a mess since he used paint markers instead of actual paint. I sanded them down and properly sprayed it with Rust-Oleum paint. After a bit more work on the chassis, I sent it back to Joe where he finished it from there.
Percy came home in pieces, so what I did was I glued on the pickups, then I got a little crafty when putting on the motor to the housing. What I did was I literally just used regular masking tape to hold it in place, and somehow it works. Percy is not the smoothest runner, and actually I found out at Edison that I accidentally reversed wired him, so when an engine goes forwards normally he would go backwards, vice versa. So that's a little neat trick about him, I guess. When he came home, his running plate actually had no buffers, but Rayson had some resin printed buffers for me to glue on. So what I did was the next day I glued them on and then sprayed it in apple red Rust-Oleum, the same one I used for James basically. Like all my other engines, his number 6 is from Fox Transfers, and again, it will be in the description. His running plate is actually Rust-Oleum Stone Gray. Rayson did that for me, and I like it a lot better, and you guys did at Edison, so I think for all future models, I will put that on their running plate instead. His cylinders are the standard Bachmann ones. I just simply cut it off the original Bachmann foot plate and sanded it down and then glued it onto the new chassis. The faces were made by both me and Bold Out 95 or George. I simply put on the gray, which is matte glacier gray by Krylon, and he did all the other details like mouth, eyebrows, and eyes. At the time of this recording, Percy does not have step ladders or a whistle yet, but that will change soon. It's in line for stuff I need a resin print. I have to finish Henry first and then make a brand new Thomas, so yeah, it will come soon eventually. I really love how Percy came out, design-wise, paint-wise, and everything. I gotta give kudos to Noah for making such a beautiful shell. Rayson for help the details in the lining and fucking footplate, and George for the faces. I really love that. Percy was such a fun project to do, and I'm glad I'm able to do him again, but Season 2 style. I will probably be doing that by myself and not needing as much help as I did before. So yeah, this was a fun project to do, and Percy was fun. So yeah, I don't know how to end this video. Subscribe to my channel, bitches, or whatever.